Hey everyone, sorry I couldn't be here tonight at home, helping the family with a 3-week-old newborn, but I'm really excited to be able to be here tonight and announce this year's Ad Person of the Year, Chelsey Brice. When you look back at previous winners of Ad Person of the Year, all of them have a 1 or 2-liner, in our bio around the good we do for the community or how we help the state of Nevada. But it's exceedingly rare that you have someone who's dedicated the last 2 years of their life to working with 2 of the largest organizations who have been tackling the largest public health crisis the state of Nevada's ever seen. And that's exactly what Chelsey Brice has been able to do. And if that's not worthy of Ad Person of the Year, then I don't know what is. And so with that, we were able to put together a little bit of video. Estipona Group got everyone together to really let us know who Chelsey is. Not only what she does for a living and how she helps the state of Nevada, but also more importantly, who she is as a person.
The 3 things that make Chelsey great to me is that she's smart, she's super detailed oriented, and that she has a high level of empathy. I think that empathy goes a long way in making sure that clients are heard and that also other people on the creative team are heard. I did have a little concern going into this, having to deal with so many people that, some of the people may take advantage of her niceness and that, they would run her over. The proudest I am of Chelsey is that she was able to, at times when she needed to, she's held firm and she stood her ground when she thought it was the right thing to do. And that was important because that's major growth from a professional level.
So Chelsey was an account manager assigned to our interaction with the Nevada Health Response, and she has been a vital piece to the puzzle in making sure that every communications we needed got across the finish line and was actually effectively put out to the public. We were always in constant communication all day, every day. We are talking to each other. We are probably one of the first texts in the morning and a lot of times the last at night.
I think her relationship with Immunize Nevada and the work that she's done through the pandemic has been important to her because it affects so many people.
We had this giant, project to launch for COVID-19 communications, and Chelsey really helped us control all those pieces. So I really look at her as being kind of an air traffic controller in that. So all the things coming in, all the inputs, all the people, the organizations, all the messaging, everything that needed to get out on a daily basis, sometimes even changing, during that same day. She really just took the lead on that and she made it happen.
Man, working with Chelsey on the Immunize Nevada COVID vaccine project has been one of the most complex and, critical campaigns I personally have ever worked on in my professional career. And working on that with Chelsey really brought a level of even keel and calm to what is a very, very chaotic and very, very important initiative. She was just always able to give us that clear, focused kind of direction and really help lead from the front on this campaign.
So when Chelsey and I worked the most closely together was planning press conferences for the governor's Vax Nevada Days. That was our lottery that was not a lottery. But we didn't want the Vax Nevada Days press conferences to be plain old press conferences. We wanted them to be fun. We wanted them to be exciting. Chelsey and the team really helped make that happen for us. They were really imaginative of places we could have these events, getting the big checks for winners so that winners had that big check to hold. I mean, game changer. It's those small things that you don't think about but make a really big difference.
She shows up every day, no matter what the situation is, no matter what we're tackling, and she brings a smile to that meeting. She brings a sense of energy. Even if we have been, at it 12, 14 hours the day before, right next day she's up and she's doing it. And as a new mom, I don't know how she's doing that. Having been through that many years ago, she's a rock star.
Chelsey's organization, her professionalism, her ability to show up and just perform is incredible and something that really was vital in our response and will continue to be as we address the further communication needs within the response to the pandemic.
And I think one of the things that always stands out to me about Chelsey's approach with working with media companies and with myself personally is that just the depth of which she cares so much about everything that she's doing. And she not only cares about, the work that's being done, but the people with whom she's working with, which I think is just so important and can be lost with, the chaos of what we do day in and day out.
What kind of student was Chelsey? Chelsey was full of energy, full of very, very upbeat, and always part of a package deal. And everybody liked Chelsey. Everybody, not just Kyle, everybody liked Chelsey.
She was pregnant. She went through a home remodel and then had Lawson. So that's a lot of changes in a time where she had a lot of challenges put on her professionally as well. And she handled them like a champ.
Chelsey is a ray of sunshine. She's always excited. She's always eager. No matter how hard the work is, no matter how many edits we sent back to ask them to change things, Chelsey was always excited and happy to do it.
There's not a lot of people who come from the account side that has won this award. And that's amazing. Because a lot of people either are agency owners or they're creatives. But Chelsey's on the account side. And again, that's an amazing feat. And I don't think people notice that.
It's really amazing when we see people get honored like during the time that they're doing the work, right? That they're getting that done. I think a lot of times we wait or we don't always give people that recognition until it's much, much farther down the path. And I'm so happy that she's getting that recognition now. While the work's still happening, we're still in this.
I pulled up a self-reflection piece that Chelsey had written at the end of the competition team. And one of the things that really jumped off the page for me relative to this award was how she learned that to do the best work, you need to work as a strong team. It was a really interesting combination of what she had written almost 10 years ago about her experience and how it relates to what she has done over the last year to earn this recognition.
Chelsey, I am so excited for you on this so well-deserved award. Thank you so much for all the help you've always given the governor and the governor's team. It was really great to get to know you, Kyle, the baby, everything throughout this pandemic. Your work has been exceptional, and you are also an exceptional person.
Chelsey, you're the most deserving person of this award. I congratulate you on this achievement, and I know that you're going to continue to do amazing things for not only this state, but in your personal life as well, for your family. So just congratulations, and keep pushing, keep doing all the great things that you do.
Chelsey, you are such a badass. I'm so glad you're winning this award. You are just an amazing human being, and I appreciate you.
I mean, she's rad. She is just absolutely rad, and I can't figure out a better way to say it than she is one of my favorite people I've ever worked with.
Chelsey, Dad and I are both very proud of you. Congratulations.
I don't know what else there is to say. After all of that, it's my honor to introduce your 2020 Ad Person of the Year, Chelsey Brice.